Linda, you are the lowest, dirtiest, most despicable woman I have ever known.
Pardon me? Do you know what you are talking about? Because I sure don't.
I can't believe you. I am so disappointed in what you have done to me. To US.
Can you please get to the point? I'm busy and I have no clue as to what you are talking about.
I'm sure you are, you Jezebel. When you had me patiently waiting for you, you had the gall to go and cheat on me with some fresh, young piece of meat.
Are you sure you're talking to the right person? Do you need to see a shrink?
What? Are you scared that the man you love has found out about your sordid affair? And now you are trying to play dumb? That won't work on me. I am way too smart for that to work. I see right through your twisted lies.
Hold on, can you tell me who you are first? Then we can figure out what this inanity is.
What are you talking about? You think you can slip away from your misdeeds by pretending to be an amnesiac? I already know you have a man on the side, so you can quit playing dumb.
Before we continue this conversation, can you elaborate on the relationship between us?
You've got to be kidding me.
This is James, isn't it? The one and only psycho ex-husband James. I should have known.
That's right. It's me. See, you remember me, you horrible woman.
You do remember why we got divorced, don't you? You cheated on me. I found out, then I divorced your unfaithful face without regret.
And I, like the honorable person I am, manned up and paid you alimony.
Exactly. So to paraphrase, you are the reason for our divorce. And we have been nothing but strangers for the past year since you shacked up with that chick. So there is no reason for you to be blaming me for unfaithfulness.
I have every right to accuse you of unfaithfulness. We were eventually going to get back together. Because I am obviously waiting here for you.
Are you for real?
But then I catch you enjoying a meal with some cat off the streets. What is the meaning of that? How can you not call that cheating?
Wait. What in the name of all things good and holy are you talking about? Me, getting back together with you?
Well, yeah. That's what we promised each other. Don't tell me you forgot about our promise to one another.
Promise? I have made no such promise, never entertained the idea of such a nonsense promise. And will never take part in such a foolish promise, ever.
Don't give me that. When we made this promise right after our divorce, you got alimony from me, didn't you? Once you accepted the money, it means you also accepted my apology, forgave me, and want us to get remarried.
Whoa, Speed Racer couldn't have made that jump even with Chim Chim and plot armor to support him. I have no idea how you came up with such a fantastical story.
After our divorce, I realized how important you are to me, and I truly regret hurting you with my little indiscretion. That's why I paid exactly what you asked for without question. For the past year, I have been working so very hard to break up with the woman that came between us.
This is ridiculous.
And finally, after much toil, I was able to cleanly break things off with her, and intended to return to you with a clean slate and start over, only to find you with another man. After browbeating me so much for cheating on you, you go on and cheat on me. That is so hypocritical of you. You have no idea how long I had been waiting for the day that we would return to where we should be. But you break my heart and dreams by hooking up with that man. I will make you regret crossing me, Linda.
What a waste of time. I regret this entire conversation. Okay, my turn. 1. I am single. 2. I have not cheated on anyone. 3. I have no intention of ever getting back together with you.
Then who was that guy you were eating dinner with? I even know you took him back to your place in a taxi. I know everything.
Dinner? Taxi? That was my little brother. You never met him because he's been overseas on business for the last 5 years. We got married and divorced in that time. But I remember showing you his pictures, and we even had a couple of video calls with him.
Oh yeah, I remember you saying something to that effect. You had a brother who was a rising star for that media company based in the UK. So that was your brother and not some dude you were cheating with on me?
Yes and no. Yes, that was my brother, but no, I can't cheat on someone I am no longer with. After going through that hell with you, I've had no desire to get another man.
Then what about us?
And again, us getting back together is absurd. That'll never happen. You have a better chance of witnessing the heat death of the universe. Accepting alimony means we have to get back together with you? You realized how important I am to you after the divorce? Quit with this stupidity before I get angry and never talk to me again.
Linda, please wait. I really need you.
What you need is a reality check. Later. Oh, and if you contact me again, make sure you have your lawyer on standby.
This is so unfair and mean. Please don't take James away from me. He means everything to me.
Wait, who is this?
After all the trouble I went through to steal him from you. After I finally made him mine. You steal him back from me. James is mine. Give him back.
Slow down. What is the meaning of all this?
Why are you getting back together with him?
Okay, you must be Sandra. The woman that James cheated on me with, right?
Yes. That is correct. I'm the Sandra that stole James away from you.
Wow, I admire your audacity. In deference to your spunk, let's hear what you have to say.
Give James back to me.
Believe me when I say this. I have no plan to get back together with James. Read my lips. Me and him. Never again. Think about it. Who in their right mind would ever get back together with the person who cheated on them?
Really? You don't want to get back together with him. Thank the gods.
Obviously, so please do not bother me with these frivolous conversations anymore. I don't want anything to do with you guys anymore, so please leave me alone.
But James said that you two were getting back together. So he wanted to break up with me. And I'm carrying his baby.
Whoa, wait a minute there, little lady. Sandra, are you pregnant?
Yes, I am due in 2 months. And James is the father.
You are in your final trimester, and that man is leaving you?
Yes. He was so happy when he found out I was pregnant. So I took him to meet my parents before we got married. But then he told me that we needed to break up. Because you wanted to start over with him. The truth is my parents are some traditionalist farmers. And don't look too kindly on shotgun weddings or children out of wedlock.
Well, that is the case for most parents.
So if we are to stay together, he would have to marry into my family. That was the ultimatum my father laid out. Then James said that he was never told my hometown was so far out in the country. And he didn't want to get dirty working the fields. So he would leave me and remarry you.
He was always a selfish one. So, to escape working on your parents' farm, he said he was getting back together with me.
I told him all about my parents' farm when we were dating. But he said that I never did. He said he could never live in the country because he was born and raised in the city. Look, he's all I have. I know home wrecking was a stupid thing to do and live with that shame every day. But after finding out I was pregnant, I made up my mind to be a mother that will raise her child without shame and a strong moral compass. I would work together with James to make this a reality for our family. But then he goes and does this. I can't even get a hold of him anymore. I guess this is comeuppance for stealing a person's husband.
I'm speechless, but I do hope you can work things out with James.
Linda, I apologize for my outburst yesterday. I also regret accusing you of cheating on me.
You remember I told you not to speak to me again, right?
Let's move forward. I'm not upset anymore. How about we grab a bite and see where things go?
You must be joking.
Before we consider reconciliation, we need to make amends, right? Let's have a relaxed dinner.
We don't need to make up, and we're not getting back together.
Come on. Don't be like that. This is perfect for you. You're single and ready to mingle. Admit it, you were probably waiting for me during your long single days. Don't be shy, tell me the truth.
You are something else.
We've had time to cool off after the divorce and understand how good we are for each other. I'm ready to take you back and start anew.
You can't take me back. There's no going back for us. Go back to the woman you left me for. She needs you more than I ever did. Don't use me as an excuse to shirk your responsibilities.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I heard from the woman you chose over our marriage. You abandoned a pregnant woman 2 months before her due date.
Oh, that.
Yes, that. You ran off because you had to marry into her family. And you couldn't handle the honest work of a farmhand. You think you'll get sympathy with that excuse?
But it's difficult.
I'm not a fallout shelter for your own stupidity. You didn't think Sandra would give up if you ran to your ex-wife, did you?
Please, help me. Give me a chance.
Your selfishness ended our marriage. Do you really think I'd take you back? Have you learned nothing from this experience?
Linda, you really want me back, don't you? Deep down, you were happy when I brought it up. I know you were. No man in their right mind would approach you. Because you were married before, right?
Right mind? Who's not in their right mind? You.
Linda, please. You were always the solid one to rely on. You never let anyone down when we were together. Even my parents trusted you more than me. They don't even speak to me after the divorce.
Leave your parents out of this.
Now more than ever, I want to be there for you. Don't abandon me. This is the true me, laying out my heart to you.
Put that away, it makes me sick.
Just once. 10 minutes is all I ask. Please hear me out. If we meet face to face, I know you'll see things my way.
I know your words are as worthless as oaths. But if you promise never to talk to me again, I'll meet up with you.
Really? You won't regret it.
Tomorrow, 10 a.m., Starbucks on 5th, in front of the terminal. If you're even a minute late, you'll never see me again.
Thank you so much. Tomorrow at 10, got it. I'll even be there an hour early. What the hell, Linda? You deceived me. Why did you bring Sandra?
But she wanted to meet you. Because she couldn't reach you for some reason. So, I thought I would be a good Samaritan and help her meet you directly. You know, my good deed of the day type of thing.
How are you going to fix this now? Just when I managed to escape Sandra.
I'm not fixing anything anymore. I just fixed something.
Things are a mess now. Her parents and brothers showed up soon after and escorted me to their farm.
Is that so? How kind of them to provide an entourage for you. The whole family wanted to meet you. It feels so good to help people out. Maybe I should volunteer more. These warm and fuzzy endorphins are awesome.
You didn't help anyone.
I helped Sandra.
But why would you help her? She's the one that broke up your marriage.
Yes, she did.
So, she's your enemy. Why would you work for your enemy?
Enemy? Why? She paid for your alimony.
How did you know?
How else could I have gotten that money? You didn't have 2 nickels to rub together. I know that money came from her and not you.
So what? She stole your husband from you.
And I couldn't thank her enough.
Of course, she paid alimony to you.
James, you said so yourself, once alimony trades hands. No more hard feelings, right? So according to business for Jamesies, once I received the alimony payment, I must forgive Sandra for everything she did. Since the slate is clean, I decided to help out a woman in need.
That's not the way it works.
Also, Sandra is pregnant. We may have a past, but what kind of heartless monster would abandon a pregnant woman in need? Oh wait, sorry. There is a person who would abandon a pregnant woman in need. You. You selfish, narcissistic, no good, idiotic, deplorable, daft little boy.
Language, Linda, language. That's a bit too far. If anyone understands me, it would be you. I was born and raised in the city.
So what?
Me, marrying into a country farm is impossible. You know how much I hate getting dirty. It will be impossible for me to work in the fields.
I hear no violins, little boy. And you are also mistaken. Farming is a very honorable profession with a fairly long history. Salt of the earth people that form the bedrock of all society. Do you know how hard it is to grow delicious crops?
While that may all be true, why do I need to do it?
You won't give up, will you? Look, you are the father of the child in Sandra's womb. That is a job only you can do.
Yes, but all this is unfair to me, don't you think?
Not at all. Best of luck talking things out with Sandra's family. Here's to the hope that you can one day return to your beloved city.
Thank you for everything that you've done for us. Thanks to you, my brothers convinced James to go to my parents' house.
I wish you the best in talking things out with that idiot.
We will. Thank you again so much. We'll never forget what you have done for me. And if you need anything, just let me know.
Look, it's nothing. Don't feel indebted to me. I just lured the selfish rat out to face the music.
Enno, you really are my savior. I will forever be in your debt. Even though I hurt you so much, and you have every right to hate me. You went out of your way to help me. You are the definition of a saint. I will do everything to make my child proud of who they are. And will never stray from the path again.
You are a strong woman, Sandra. I am blessed to have met you.
Even if talk's sour and I end up a single mother, it is what I deserve. I will reap what I have sown in choosing a married man that was willing to cheat to have some fun. I will definitely give my child a good life.
You've changed a lot, Sandra. For the better. Not at all like the girl that stole my husband.
After ending up in this situation, I realize how low I bend in breaking up a family for my own selfishness. What I did will never disappear. So I will make sure my child never experiences the shame I put myself through.
As the ex-wife, and as one woman to another, I wish you the best of luck.
Linda. I implore you, please help me. I'm being held captive in that woman's house.
And what does that have to do with me?
Her oldest brother is right outside my door, so I can't escape.
Why would you want to escape? It's just a conversation, right? It might take more than a day, but some issues need to be resolved, right?
Resolved? Nothing is going to get resolved. There are just threats against me. I've done nothing wrong.
Nothing wrong, huh? What are they accusing you of?
They say I need to take responsibility by marrying Sandra. If I won't marry her, then I need to pay child support.
Those are the options. No threats at all.
What are you thinking? Those aren't choices. It's entrapment. Do you know how much they are asking for in child support?
$300 to $500 a month is average, I think.
Not even close. Her parents are demanding $2,000 a month.
$2,000 a month in child support? That is a lot.
Right? I thought they were some poor country bumpkins. But it turns out they own thousands of acres of prime farmland throughout the Midwest. They bring in several million each year in profits.
That's a surprise to say the least.
And it turns out the child Sandra is carrying is a boy. So, since he will inherit that empire, that much child support is the bare minimum.
Put that way, it makes sense to bill you that much.
There is no way I could pay that. I've got no money at all.
So, suck it up and marry into her family. Lucky you, marrying into a multi-millionaire's family. Congratulations.
I was thinking the same, but her parents won't allow it. They will let me put my name on the child's birth certificate, but will not include me in any inheritance. Something about me being untrustworthy or something. Can you believe that?
Painfully, yes.
And I would have to live in an old barn by myself. And work as a farmhand to earn my keep. Backbreaking work from dawn till dusk. There is no way I would be able to do that.
That would be tough for City Boy James. I can see that.
There are no good points in marrying into that family. Hell and a hard place. Those are my two choices.
But those are your choices. Think hard on what version of hell you want to spend the rest of your life in.
I don't want to do either. Save me, Linda, please. We can start over.
Are you out of your mind?
Sandra said so. If you take me back, Then she will give up on the child support and marrying into her family. Something about being in your debt.
That dear girl.
So please save me. You are the only person on this globe that could possibly save me. I promise to never cheat on you and make you happy forever. Please, marry me again.
No.
Why not?
There is nothing for me to gain from this transaction. Take a page out of Sandra's book and take responsibility for your actions.
But I can't pay $2,000 a month.
So pay with your body and soul and marry her. Look, I'm done with this.
Please don't abandon me.
I'm blocking you. Take care of yourself and don't cause any more trouble for Sandra. Or the child she carries. Goodbye. Due to his inability to meet the $2,000 monthly child support payments, my ex decided to marry into Sandra's family. Now, he resides in a drafty barn, absorbing agricultural knowledge from her brothers, working tirelessly from sunrise to sunset to become a proficient farmer. Sandra's parents maintain a less than favorable opinion of him, and have not exchanged a single word with him since the wedding. Despite giving birth to a healthy baby boy, Sandra must endure the gossip circulating within their tight-knit community regarding the child's birth. Accepting responsibility for her choices, she carries herself with dignity while tackling her day-to-day chores. Unseen in the shadows, I silently cheer for her and wish her the best.